Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew Doyle, or Doyle for short, and I am joined by my epic gamer of a co-host,
Gentry.
Hell yeah. And today, you won't believe it, Gentry.
Oh no.
You won't believe it.
I
We're
will believe
plugging
it
our
because I
Twitch.
can see this.
Yeah, we're plugging our Twitch again.
Again.
For the consecutive time, we're plugging the Twitch. Go follow
It's gonna
right
be a thing.
now. But the cool thing is we've got a schedule, an actual real life schedule we will follow. I know, get excited, get the hype train rolling, fellas, because we've got a schedule. So you've no excuse. You'll know when we're streaming because we will follow the schedule. On Monday at 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. On Wednesday, 11 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And on Saturday, Guess what time, Gentry? I bet you won't believe it.
And we don't have to stream that late that day because I don't work.
Yeah, no. 6 p.m. GMT. So write it
6
down.
p.m.
Get your
Whoa,
calendar.
that's noon.
Yeah. Mark the days down.
Man.
Mark those days down. Write
I'm
it
not
down
gonna
in
wake
your
up till
pocket
noon.
journal. Yeah, we'll get up. Gentry will be
Streaming
awake.
first thing in the morning. I'll be half asleep.
Pocket journal, your day planner,
Set
whatever
aside
you
that
have.
time.
Yeah, for lack of wit, and go follow. We got like no follows off the last
Whatever
video.
else you're
You've
doing,
no
it's not as
excuse.
important.
Gentry will have a cool art thing, fixed up. Not art per se, but all the links should be on the background now.
Hopefully.
Should be. Hopefully,
I have
on
like
the background now.
a few hours to.
It
do
won't be tough. It won't be tough. You'll be all right. It's good.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
It won't be tough for you because you're
We'll have
not
the Twitch,
doing it.
Twitter, and Instagram on it. I don't know. I don't think we'll need the YouTube considering.
Oh
we're
yeah,
on the channel.
editing the video is so easy.
Yeah. Well, I am the brains behind the operation. Gentry's the manual labor. Gentry's the labor. Gentry's the workforce. I'm the brains.
That's
I think
rude.
we work well.
That's rude.
We work well.
You call me
How?
stupid?
How is it rude?
Wow.
No, I'm not calling you stupid.
Yeah, he called me
but
stupid.
I
hear
came
that?
up with streaming. I came
Verbal
up with
abuse from
the-
Andrew Doyle.
the video
Disgusting.
topics. I came up with the name
Ugh.
and the branding and the I do all the advertising. I do fucking.
I'm the one running the Twitter and the Instagram.
Yeah. And how many subscribers have we gotten off the Twitter or the Instagram? Remember when you made the poll for the Q&A and Wasabi was the only person to respond? I remember. Remember
It's
when
because
I
no
made
one
the
followed.
poll? Remember when? Well, that's your. You know, that's your sword to fall on.
I tried, and no one freaking
You can
followed.
say
That
you
is
can say
not my
who's
fault.
running the Twitter, who's running the Instagram. You're in charge, so you can't complain that you've no followers and then brag about running.
I think
Instagram
we've gotten
and
more
Twitter.
followers from you putting twitch.tv/lackofwit in your Yu-Gi-Oh name than from the Twitter or Instagram combined.
We're getting off topic. We're getting off. But speaking of topic, oh, you won't believe it. You won't believe what we're talking about. We are talking about video games and
Video
gaming.
games. My ear hurts.
I just wanna play video games. You know that guy died in a car crash.
Wow, Andrew, thanks.
Well, anyway, we're talking gaming news, and we're talking about games in general, and we're talking about what games have influenced us the most. Gentry's giving me a look.
My
as,
ear
they
hurts
massage their ear.
because
Probably because you don't clean them.
no, it's because I've been wearing masks at work all day.
Oh wow, we were gonna go one fucking episode without mentioning coronavirus.
Look, I have to go back to work, and they're
Wow.
making me wear these surgical masks, and I have a bruise on my nose, and I have a bruise behind my ears. I'm
Wow.
in pain.
Thanks, Gentry, bringing us down again. But let's talk about gaming. Let's talk about gaming news. Let's talk about the video games and the news thereof. Do you know what's been big in the news? You know what's unescapable on social media? Probably your
Coronavirus.
fault. No, Animal Crossing. I
Oh,
prefer
yeah.
reading coronavirus. I prefer reading coronavirus news than seeing another Animal Crossing on my Twitter or Instagram feed.
I will start
I'm sick
retweeting
of it.
everything. Don't
I
worry.
am so fucking sick of it now. Oh, look,
Why?
I'm getting bitten by a tarantula in Animal Crossing for the Nintendo Switch.
Animal Crossing
I'm sick
New
of it.
Horizons for the Nintendo
I'm sick of
Switch
it.
and Nintendo
Would you believe
Switch
it?
Lite.
Oh, I stand this fucking animal
I
bobblehead.
stand crazy
Lol.
red. Ha ha.
I stand. If you stand crazy red, I stand crazy frog, and you can fucking quote me on that.
Crazy
Fucking
red's
write
not
that
even
one
in the
down.
game.
Crazy frog should be in the game.
Oh,
I
dude,
don't
someone
give a
needs to make
fuck about
art
Animal
about that.
Crossing. Honestly.
Dude,
Honestly,
I want to
don't give a
play
fuck
with
about
you.
it.
I want to play with
I mean, maybe it'd be fun to play.
It'd
but
be
I
fun
don't
to
have
play
the
with you
money
because
for a
then we can
Switch.
have a little island. We can put our houses next to each other.
Whoa!
We can help pay off each other's debt.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, it could be cute.
But no, yeah, but I don't have enough money for Switch or Animal Crossing.
Go fund me. We're
No,
getting Andrew a Nintendo Switch and Animal Crossing New Horizons.
No, we're not.
Donate
not
to our
bending-
Twitch. Actually, if we get like 4 or 5 more followers on Twitch, we get affiliated. So
Yeah, but people could
then
give
you
us
could
money.
give us some money
but-
for Andrew to get a Switch.
Yeah, but they could, but doesn't mean they're going to.
I believe in
And I
y'all.
don't think they will.
I believe in y'all.
Well, I don't personally. But
Wow. Prove Andrew wrong.
Yeah, no, we can't even get anybody to follow the Twitch from the fucking YouTube. Do you think anybody's gonna donate to us from the Twitch?
It's fucking funny.
No. Well, no, we had a good one with the, but we're getting off topic. We're talking about Animal Crossing for a little bit. Yeah, I don't have it.
It's fun.
And even if I did have it, it doesn't
I played
seem
it
like
for
that's
2
something I'd
hours
be
straight
interested in.
today at work.
That's cool. What are you clicking on?
I was checking
Focus.
Conversation Club.
Yeah, well, it's not interesting. It's not. Oh yeah, join Discord. But we're in the middle of a podcast, Gentry. A bit of professionalism.
I want to make sure people aren't
Bit of
putting links
professionalism.
there. Sorry.
Yeah, no links. Conversation Club. Anyway, yeah, that's Animal Crossing. I'm not interested. But it
I
seems
like it.
everybody and
It's
their fucking
fun.
mother is interested.
I am having fun with it. I donated 14 fossils today. Or no, I got 14 fossils assessed and only 3 of them were good. But it was great. I made 150,000 bells on fruit alone. It was awesome. I get it, Andrew. You're poor and can't afford a Switch. Fuck off.
Excuse me, my computer costs more than your fucking Switch and all your games combined, so you can suck my ass. Yeah.
Are you sure?
When it was new,
Oh.
parts were new, 100%. I probably spent more on just coolers than
And
the
it
price of a
still
Switch.
overheats.
And it still overheats. I have to keep the site off. That's gaming related. We're good. It yeah,
counts.
the PlayStation 5 new controller was released.
I still have not
Picture
seen
of
it.
You've still not seen it?
No.
Wow.
I'm gonna look it
Wow.
up right now.
Look it up right now, and I'll fill the dead air. I actually kind of like it. People were complaining. I think it's really nice. It's like white and blue and a bit of black in there. I think it's a bit futuristic. People were complaining like, oh, it's just like the Xbox controller, but it's not. It's way more slender than the Xbox controller by the
I don't
handles.
know. I kind of like the one that we already have. I don't hate it.
PS4 controller.
And I mean, obviously I haven't been able to hold it. But I don't know. I kind of like the PS4 controller.
PS4 controller is nice, but I use the Steam controller
Because
exclusively.
he's crazy.
Hear that? Hear that tactile click of the
Jesus
Steam
Christ.
controller? I don't even know if that'll be
Fucking-
picked up on
It did.
after I do
ASMR.
noise reduction. Oh yeah, Steam controller ASMR. Or
There's
I don't know if
multiple
this will be
YouTube
picked up
videos
either.
on that, by the way.
But look, isn't that cool?
I only,
It plays
I
the
only played
opening
the first
beats.
part.
Well, that's the only bit you could hear on Discord, but Audacity probably picked that up. Yeah, I used the Steam controller. Steam controller was a bit ahead of its time with
Was
the 2
it?
trackpads. Yes, I think that if with enough practice, the trackpad on the right is more accurate than a joystick for aiming and stuff. But because we were so used to the 2 analogs, we just never really bothered to evolve. And it just was too niche. I love it. I do like my Steam controller. I like the back panels. I like it so
Until
much.
the
I
other
have
one
2 of
broke.
them. Yeah, the other one's the other one's back panel fucking broke because it's a common and like I could fix it, but I have 2 of them because I got one for Christmas, but my dad got 2 by mistake. I could fix the other
How
one,
lucky.
but it's not worth the hassle considering I already have another one that works. But if this one also breaks, I will fix it. It is a common issue and it's easy to fix. It's just finding the effort to do so. So yeah, that's a
get you.
PS5 controller. I think it looks cool. I like the color scheme. People are saying
And you
that
should
because the
send me your
controller's
other one.
white. No.
I'll fix it for you.
No, I could fix it myself.
Yeah,
I
but I'll
know how to
with
fix
love.
it.
Watch out.
Yeah,
I will do
I'll
it.
fix it with efficiency. so, people were saying
Sure.
because the PS5 controller is white, the console will be white, which I think will be cool looking, but it'd get dirty real quick.
I mean, my fucking Xbox, it looks gross. Cause it's white and all the dust and shit is collected on it. And also cause Pearson had it for a while. It's not terrible, but I do kind of like the black. Although the black, you can almost see the dust on it more. You know?
I don't know.
I'm
White does
looking
look
at
cool,
my
at least.
PlayStation and my Xbox. And I kind of like the PlayStation more than the Xbox. Except I don't like how I never remember where the fucking disc comes out on the PlayStation 4. Because I
Oh, the
can't
front?
see. Well, yeah, but there's like 2 lines and there's nothing showing where. While on the Xbox, it's like a very clear line.
Yeah, but
I don't know,
these
isn't the
things are
new
blind.
Xbox a box? Like an actual just fucking box?
Yeah, it's just it's
don't like
every
that.
generation they're just becoming a closer and closer to a PC. All these consoles are catching up to computer technology that we've had for the last how many fucking years. But anyway, we'll move on. Final Fantasy VII is getting a remaster. That's also fucking everywhere. Yeah.
I have not seen
That's-
anything
that's-
about it.
How have you not seen anything about
I
Final
don't
Fantasy
know.
VII getting a remaster?
Because I don't care about
That's
Final
been-
Fantasy and I'll skip over it.
I
if
don't care
see
about it. I don't care about it either. But I mean, for the last like 10 years, Final Fantasy's been getting a remaster, Final Fantasy VII. But now they're actually kind of releasing it soon.
I've only
So
played
that's
one.
interesting. I never liked
was
any of them.
13.
I don't like turn-based RPGs. I'm just talking about it because it's gaming and it's news related.
It was
So
13
yeah, Final Fantasy VII is coming out.
a turn-based?
I think it's a mixture between turn-based and non-turn-based.
Because I only
Which
got it because
generally
I
is
liked
like-
Kingdom Hearts, and I got it for like my birthday. I didn't get very far in it. I just played the beginning of it, and I don't remember it being turn-based.
I think it was a mixture.
Although I
of
might
both.
just be remembering Kingdom Hearts.
I've heard it's a mixture of like both. I'm not sure. I know some of them are a mixture of both.
I remember there's a
and
pink-haired
generally
girl.
it's the worst of both of them. I
Pink
think there's a
haired
pink-haired girl in all of them. No.
with a white jacket, I think. I don't know. I've not played
Whoa, racist.
it. Huh?
Anyway, let's talk about the video game series that have influenced us most and had the biggest impact on our lives, our day-to-day, and how much time we've spent delving into them. Will I go first or will you go first? We'll be
You go
we'll be
first.
democratic this time. Oh, you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
Coward. You want to talk about it? You want to talk about it? I've
Go
got
first.
I've got a 4. Fine. Jesus. Give me a second. I'm just
Or we
gathering
alternate.
my many thoughts. I know that's what's gonna happen,
Okay.
Gentry. That's what I meant. Jesus.
Okay.
Come on now. God. You're ruining the flow. You're ruining the flow. The lack
You're
of
ruining it by not
podcast.
talking. Talk.
I am talking. What do you think I'm doing? I'm talking right now. My words are leaving my mouth. Anyway, I'm taking the piss. Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls is probably the series that has had the largest impact on my life, purely due to the amount of time and effort and hours I've sunk into each one. I have my Steam open here. We'll go through one by one. I have 800. Now this is wrong. It says I have 899 hours on Skyrim, but I know for a fact I have more because last week, 2 weeks ago, my internet was gone, and the only thing I was doing was playing Skyrim, and I must have racked up another 20 hours. But it doesn't. I don't. When Steam is offline, it doesn't keep track. So we'll just say that's around 900 or so on the PC, and I know for a fact I had over 200 on my PlayStation 3. I had 220. I had 220 hours on my main character, Andrew T. Baggins. He was a level 57 Khajiit by the time I was done with him on the PS3. So it's over 1,000 hours on Skyrim in total throughout my lifetime. On Elder Scrolls Online, I have 271, but that's probably not accurate because 90% of that is the launcher just downloading itself. That game sucks. I don't even consider it a real Elder Scrolls game. Oblivion, fantastic game. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, I love it to bits. So much charm, so much intelligence. The story is great. All the side quests are really fun. It's written really well. Love it. Love it to bits. I like the cartooniness of it. Even the bits that people complain about are generally the bits I like the most. Like the fact that when you have a conversation with somebody, they like stare at you, and they never move away. I love it. I love it. And when they have their conversations in the middle of the street talking about nothing. Brilliant. And Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, I have 27 hours on. I'm starting to play that more. It's just a bit outdated. It's a bit old-fashioned. I'm a bit of a softie. Some of the stuff, some of the changes they've made for user experience, I think, were for the better, like fast travel and map markers and stuff. I haven't played Daggerfall or any of the weird ones. I've played Elder Scrolls Adventures Redguard. Only for a little bit. I played Arena on stream a while ago. I haven't played Battlespire or Shadowkey or any of the weird ones. It was a nightmare. That has not aged well at all. But anyway, no, what draws me into the game are the magic. I love the magic. I love the modding capability of like basically all of them. It just adds so much more hours of content. If you get bored playing Skyrim Vanilla, you can just mod the shit out of it and you'll never be bored again. Like, I've done so many cool things with magic mods. I have a magic mod where I can just fucking force grab people and like fling them off of buildings. Hours of fun. Just hours of fun alone. And the lore. The lore is the biggest thing for me. Like, I mean, I've said it before, but I go pure autism when it comes to Elder Scrolls lore. Like, if I can't sleep or something and Gentry's not around, I'll read the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages. Not the Elder Scrolls wiki. You can fuck off. You're a fake and you're a pretender. The unofficial Elder Scrolls pages is where it's really at. Just on characters, on mechanics, on stories, on everything. I just love it to bits. All the little tiny details that they have crammed in over like 20 plus years is amazing. It's fantastic. And the lore is incredibly in depth. Like for a video game title, a video game series, video game franchise, holy shit. Like they've got their own religions, hundreds of actual books that you can read, short stories more like, because they're not full-length books, but hundreds of them, their own gods, goddesses, fucking wars and kings and queens and everything. It's crazy. So yeah, top of my list is Elder Scrolls. And I've talked for a couple of minutes now. After this stream, I'll probably play some more Elder Scrolls. I'll probably play some Skyrim. I've been playing Skyrim recently. Great time. Great time. So, Gentry, tell me and the Lack of Wood audience about a game series that has influenced you, has had a big impact on your life.
As much as I hate to say it, Overwatch. So...
No, I don't mind. I like Overwatch. Gentry, you don't like Overwatch.
I don't like playing
but I do
it
like
anymore.
Overwatch.
I started playing on Xbox back when my brother owned the Xbox, and I started playing on his account, and then I got his account chat banned, and so.
What did you get his account chat banned for?
Well, sorry, voice chat banned.
Why?
Because
Gentry's
he was playing McCree, and then chat. I was playing old Western music over the voice channel the entire time we were playing. For like multiple games in a row, and then people got annoyed and
Marty Robbins. Marty Robbins, Big R.
But eventually he was like, go play on your own computer. And so I ended up getting my computer pretty much just to play Overwatch. And I had a really shitty computer. I bought it for like $300 pre-built. And off Amazon, which is a whole nother story. But I got to play Overwatch. I played Overwatch. It was great. I was playing on an Xbox controller for the longest time on PC. I placed like medium gold, and then subsequently didn't place that high again, even on mouse and keyboard for the longest time. So I don't know what that was about. And then I was on a team. I was on a couple different teams for a while, and then I kind of just stopped playing it because I didn't really enjoy it that much. But I still really like the Overwatch League. Most of you know that I'm a huge fan of the Houston Outlaws. And I go to their events all the time, and I actually staff their events. I'm part of the support group, the Vanguard, the Lone Star Vanguard. I worked for the Houston Outlaws for a while, and so kind of most of my esports stuff has been around.
Esports
Overwatch.
gaming
Has been around Overwatch, and so even though I don't play it anymore, I still do feel a connection to Overwatch. I really like the characters. Lucio's my favorite character. I really like it. It's a great game. It's just not for me, but I like watching it. Unfortunately, all the Overwatch League has been put on schedules where they're like 16 games in a day, so it's kind of hard to watch, but you know.
So basically, we'll be playing some Overwatch after this.
No, we will not.
Anyway, moving on from Overwatch, I gotta give shout out. Gotta give a big rep to the Yakuza series, or I'm not even gonna pronounce. Gonna attempt the Japanese version. I think it's Ryu Gagatoku or something. I probably said that wrong. I don't know. There's a Ryu in there somewhere because it's like a dragon in Japanese. And I haven't even played all the games, which I definitely 100% intend to, and I pray to God they get PC ports. But so far I've played Yakuza 0, Kiwami 1, and Kiwami 2, and they are without a doubt out there with my absolute favorites of all time. They're so well written. There's so much love and care is put into each character. Each character is funny. The sub stories are like the side activities to do in the Yakuza franchise are the best in any game. Like, oh my god, you could spend fucking hundreds of hours and you wouldn't even be playing the fucking main story. You'd be fucking going to the karaoke. I love the karaoke. On Yakuza 0, I've gotten 100 on both of Kiryu's songs. So, big reps. I love the karaoke. The songs are so good in karaoke. The dancing minigame, I love it. You can play the Hot Wheels or Skeletrix. You can play, that is fantastic in its own right. All the little fucking stories and the character. There's the phone minigame in 0 where you get catfished. Absolutely fucking hilarious. I have probably fucking belly laughed, guttural laughed at Yakuza and the Yakuza series more than anything, and it's all built around this fantastic and free-flowing fighting system that's just so visceral and fun and impactful, while still presenting a challenge. I mean, there's like with every fighting game, you can still cheese it if you want to, but it's still challenging enough to stay fun. I've got 111 hours on 0, 65 on Kiwami, and 61 on Kiwami 2. I just love it. I absolutely love it. And the stories, oh my god, it's like playing a drama. Like there's a complaint, and some people, I'm sure some people don't like it, but I don't mind it. Is the cutscenes go on for ages, but these aren't like cutscenes with the fucking, they're really boring and you don't care about any of the characters. This is a proper like TV show, movie quality cutscenes where you care about what's going on and you're watching intently. You don't fucking skip the cutscenes in Yakuza. You fucking watch. You watch them. And they're really good, and you love the character. I'm reading myself a little bit. I was gonna say something. I've lost what I was gonna say. Oh. Well, whatever. It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
I made my point. It's a fantastic game. I love playing, and after this, probably play a bit of Yakuza. But don't know which game I'll play. I'm still weighing it up because they re-released 3, 4, and 5 on the PlayStation 4. But I don't have one. But I do have a PlayStation 3, so get them the original versions. No, you don't have to send me yours.
You'll play them when you come here.
Sure. So yeah, fantastic games. That was what I was gonna say. Yeah, the ending cutscene of Yakuza 0 between the credits, the cutscene, and when you could actually play, I think was 40 minutes. It was just 40 minutes cutscene. You're just watching. It's like an experience. Loved it. Loved to bits. And Kazuma Kiryu should be Sega's mascot instead of Sonic the Hedgehog. So he's a single dad. He can kick ass and he can sing and dance and he can do everything. Kiryu is the Renaissance man of video game characters. He can literally do everything. He once knocked out a tiger by punching it in the face, and he dodged a bullet just by looking at it menacingly. He's the most badass character of all time. So. Also, the guy who voice acts him is in like a rock band, so you can't top him. He's the best. He's one of the best video games characters of all time. Gentry, give us your next video game franchise. Let's hear about it. Let's talk about it.
Monster Hunter.
Let
I love
I'm not a
Monster
fan.
Hunter. It is a very, very cool series, and I really enjoy it. I've played 3 games. I've played Monster Hunter World and Iceborne. I've played Generations Ultimate, and then I've played Stories. So I have Generations Ultimate on my Switch, I have Stories on my 3DS, and then I have World and Iceborne on Xbox and PC. So I got into World.
You don't have Iceborne on
first.
your PC, do you?
I don't remember. But I got into World like January, February of 2019. So it was like a year late. It had already been out for a year. Pretty much all the stuff for it had come out, and there were rumors of Iceborne. I think we had the very first Iceborne trailer. It's just the Rathalos flying off, and then Iceborne, and we had no idea what anything about it was. And so I remember playing through it on Xbox, and I had so much fun with it. I love the environments. The environments are very, very cool. There's a lot of detail. Like the ancient forest is like your main one, the first one that you show up in, and it's this giant tree that you basically you start in the surrounding forest, and then as the game progresses, you kind of move up this tree until you get to the very top and fight the Rathalos. And the Coral Highlands is super cool, and it's on top of this rotten vale, which is a bunch of corpses, and it's on the corpse of a Dalamadur, and it's just the coolest thing. And the fights are fun. There's so many different kinds of weapons. The multiplayer kind of sucks. The system on it is fucked, but playing it alone is still fun. I play Insect Glaive. And then I remember when Iceborne was, like, when we started actually hearing stuff about Iceborne, and how they were bringing back old monsters like Tigrex, Brachydios, Barioth, Nargacuga, and people were just freaking out. Because they were big monsters from the old games. There were flagships, and there was like a poster of all the flagships, and people thought they were coming, but Legiacris and Fatalis never came. But Iceborne, it was like a week out from being released, and then I flew out to Seattle for PAX West, and I got to play Iceborne early at PAX West for a day. I got to fight Velkhana, the main flagship, the Ice Dragon. I got to fight Velkhana at the PAX West booth, which was really cool. We didn't win, but I did get a cool pin for it. And then I got to play Iceborne. I pretty much played Iceborne like hours and hours every day. I was unemployed. I played hours and hours every single day for like 2 weeks straight. And I was just grinding through it. And then they're still releasing content. They just released content like a week ago. They released 2 new monsters. And there's more coming. There's Latreon's coming, big old name from an old game. It's crazy cool. I love the details that they put it in the monsters and how they live, not just how they fight. I like how you can just kind of see them doing their own thing and interacting with the ecosystem. And then you beat them up.
You invade their land. And you murder them.
But
because just for existing, you go out of your way and kick the shit out of them.
You can also capture them. You study them. But
you capture them so you can fight them in a cage, and then they die.
Yeah.
After they get experimented on.
Yeah. But
it's so cruel.
It is. It's a very interesting world. Because if I'm not mistaken, they used to have advanced technology. There was this giant robot dragon that exploded, and like it was like the reason that now they kind of live with like kind of half technology and half not. It's an interesting world. I find it very interesting. I like the lore about
Interesting Monster Hunter world.
Yeah. It's cool. And then Monster Hunter Stories is about like this tribe of people that actually befriend monsters instead of fighting them. And it's cool. They're called riders. But But yeah, I think the coolest piece of clothing that I own is my Monster Hunter bomber jacket, which is like an iconic look for me. I wear it almost all the time. I'm not wearing it right now though.
I don't think it's that iconic.
I wear it everywhere. You don't
Yeah,
see
but-
me everywhere. You see me in my room when I'm usually not wearing a jacket. So
Yeah, but I mean, nobody's gonna go like, oh, Gentry, and their iconic Monster Hunter bomber jacket.
I mean, people who know me, I used to wear it all the time.
Yeah, people who know you that aren't in lack of wit and don't watch and haven't subscribed. So you can name drop it being iconic when you get all your friends and family and fucking Clash of Clan mates in lack of wit. So that's how it works.
What's the next one, Andrew?
Moving on. We don't have a lot of time. We've already gone over
You gonna talk one more?
the length that we usually do. I'm just gonna briefly mention a couple of things. I can't talk about video games that I've sunk hours into without talking about Team Fortress 2.
Oh yeah.
Although the Valve, I feel like, have sufficiently stomped that one to the fucking ground with just lack of support, lack of care,
Yeah. It's
lack of anything.
been abandoned.
But it was fun. For some reason it just, excuse me, it just plays worse now than it used to. I don't know why that is. My computer's like gotten better over the years as opposed to worse. So I don't know why Team Fortress 2 just runs like ass. Someone's really micro stuttery and I don't know how to fix it. Somebody who's watched this far, which I doubt, knows how to fix TF2 micro stutters, message me on Lack of Wit Discord. Yeah, I put 827 hours into it.
I have more
I
hours
do
working
like
on
it.
my cosplay for TF2 than I do in the actual game.
That's a fact. And I just want to say Call of Duty and FIFA, because although I don't play a lot of FIFA now, like not at all,
Ew.
I play Call of Duty the odd time.
Ew.
When when I was growing up, that's all I used to do was play FIFA and Call of Duty with my brother, and that's all you do. You'd play FIFA, you'd play zombies, you'd play multiplayer. You were rared on that. PlayStation 3, I was rared on Skyrim and FIFA. Every year there'd be a new FIFA, there'd be a new Call of Duty, and you'd play the shit out of it. You play the campaign, and just people still play it now. I have no interest. I feel like they've been releasing the same game for the last 30 fucking years or more. I don't know how long they've been doing it. It's just the same fucking thing. I think FIFA 12 was the most fun. It just felt the most fun. But they've just been making the same thing, tweaking it to make it slightly more realistic and just less entertaining. And Call of Duty, of course, where you have a 1v1 with your brother, or you go to a friend's house and you play zombies, or you go to a friend's house and you play FIFA. Have a FIFA tournament at a friend's house. That's what you were rared on. You were bet, you were whipped into shape, and you played FIFA. And then I want to quickly talk about indie game stigma. I know I don't fucking they're all fucking queer games, sure. Who plays fucking indie games? What's an Undertale? I feel like a lot of people, they're too busy fucking playing FIFAs and their Call of Duties and all their AAA releases, and there's huge amounts of people miss absolute gems just because they don't have the amount of money behind it. Stardew Valley is great, but I'm talking about Undertale. Undertale.
Oh yeah,
Was,
Undertale.
when it came out,
That
was
doesn't
it out
even
that
feel
it
like an
should have been
indie
the-
game.
But
Honestly.
it is. It was made by like what, 2 people? When that game came out that year, it should have been Game of the Year. I don't even think it was up for Game of the Year. I think it was up for Best Indie Game, and it lost to Rocket League.
How is
Like,
what? Rocket League's
It
an
lost to
indie
Rocket
game?
League. I don't even know. Apparently so. VGA thought it was, and they
Huh?
awarded the Best Indie Game to Undertale. Undertale tells more in its story than fucking every Call of Duty campaign put together. But like the typical lads who were reared on the Halos and the Call of Duties and the FIFAs and the Maddens and all that, they miss games like that. They miss like smaller games. Celeste was another good one.
Like how you all are missing Sans with his ass in the air on Andrew's bed because you can't see the
you
video.
can't see it, but yeah, things like that. The smaller games. Life is Strange. I don't think that's an indie, but it's a smaller unknown title. Stan Lee Parable, absolutely fantastic game, unbelievable game. Oh, Doki Doki Literature Club. I mean, it kind of was sucking off of Undertale's coattails, but it's still a great fucking game. All of these smaller ones people miss. And this is funny. It's by no means an indie game, but it's another game. Like, people playing console for their whole lives missing out on like Half-Life. I still haven't played Half-Life. I need to do that. Absolutely need to play Half-Life. But yeah, all these smaller ones, all these smaller titles that people don't miss, or people being so like stuck on consoles, they miss like games of age past, like Fallout 1 and 2. Great games, but they're old, and people who've been born and bred and reared on consoles, they don't have the ability to look back on a previous generation and play them like people on PC do. So I want to throw that out there. On Balloons Tower Defense 6, because why not? I gotta fucking just drop Balloons Tower Defense 6. Worms. That was fun. But yeah, I just feel like there's a stigma behind the kind of lesser known games, and people miss out on these things. I think another one that I have not played, so I can't but I mean, I think Revenge of the Obra Dinn was supposed to be like fantastic.
Never heard of it.
Oh, Papers, Please. Papers, Please. It's made by the same guy. Lucas Pope is the guy's name. I'm pretty sure. So yeah. Next time you're on the PlayStation Store, or you've got a laptop or something, boot up Steam, look at some of the indie titles. Could be some hidden gems.
And they're usually cheap.
Yeah, they're way fucking cheaper. I got Undertale on sale for like €5.
Wasn't it $15 normally?
I think so.
It's like even
20, I think, with the soundtrack.
Yeah, so even at full price, it's like a third the cost of a Switch game.
So yeah. So if you've just got a couple, it's way better for your brain in the long run. Instead of grinding out hours and hours and hours in Call of Duty Modern Warfare so you can get the funny golden gun, and then you do it all again next year, play a game that leaves an actual lasting impact on you. But I think that's gonna be it. We're gonna wrap it up here because we've already gone way over. I don't think people are gonna listen this far anyway. So, who we name dropping? Pearson, you're a bitch.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Hello, Eamon. How's it going? You're probably around at this stage. Hopefully. Snith might be. Hello, Snith. How are you? Anybody else who will have listened this far? I don't know. My cousin Anoop. He might have listened. I don't know. He might do. I'm not 100% sure. Say hello to the family for me, if you have. I think we're gonna wrap it up there.
Is he the one who's gonna visit me?
Yeah.
At FedEx.
At FedEx. And fucking.
Come say hi.
Well, yeah, but I think that's possible because of coronavirus. Anyway.
It'll be fine. It'll happen.
Follow on Twitch. We've got a schedule now. Subscribe to us on YouTube with the notifications on. Follow us on Twitter and join our Discord. I think joining our Discord is probably the most important one. You can hang out.
We've had a lot of people leave.
We've had a lot of people leave. So get the numbers back up. Join like.
Come on. Come here.
Now.
Come here.
What are you doing?
Step up.
I have been Andrew Doyle, or Doyle for short.
And I've been Gentry.
And the outro music. Oh, hello, Tank. How are you? And the outro music will play